This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Newton Lartey Marijata. Somewhere, na fe FM na Kransana, a local source. New.
All right, Sir Joe, my son was studio has said, Ghana Premier League in Commodore, on far NCA at tier 4 for always, as I say, the update. Now, update to the detailed part of the game, you know, on various clubs. Yes, I saw at the back on this note about discussing Medeama performance. Everybody out Medeama after our performance against Kumasi and Kotoko. Or Takwa TNA new stadium. No, oh, Medeama bet me at league. You know, amana ye. Everybody air product Medeama performance, but going more detail into their performances, you know. I bought match day 7, I bought 7 neat outstanding game. But Medeama still Onisro Impo Kumasi Santiago I bought 6 games. So on 14 points respectively with Kumasi Santiago. And there the differences between the two teams are Ama Kotoko signed Medeama on the second spot of the table. So in talking about this, Oshe table no Medeama winning 4 games. I draw Mienua Lusu Bako. Now goal differences, you know. So for match of 5 goals, I consider me with a healthy balance of 2. So what is really the problem? I want Medeama it's a somewhat correct as the season at TSC in talking about depth of their squad. Yaka and their goalkeeping department, you know, appear could be in them, but you know, or more fellow chair or Honma or free in a rehab, no back gradually. And they also have Adams, formerly of King Faisal, or none started the King Faisal. Free goalkeepers sitting now, back in their defense, or more Alusu players to set Fatau, your friend Blaster. But equally, more another Fatau, Sulemana, or ball left back, or Nuruddin, Emmanuel Kujo, Ebenezer, and Kroma. Uyi we musin Chenya, Kamara Din, Mamudu, MI, our right back, or even though Ebenezer so another solid right back. So the depth of the squad no, who said defense no, a top notch. Menka Nuruddin, Eka Emmanuel Kujono, Menka Michael Enu, Menka Obise Kofi Asma, captain or 2 quite called Togo, but Enche Biano Wasaba. Back in Memphis, Joe Benyan and Kofi Babel Prosper Boache, Manuel Mante in a typical free. Obenya Osab and Adino Tete, dear we say Taylor, and a Kingsley Brian. Now, oh, ye were moving out the sea chair, almost so and Dikumi, and also so I will hold my betting about joining you. So, Medeama, almost like everything, Sikasembos Park is taking charge of that. And of course, technical department is so rich, but around all that micro detail part of Medeama Team Noir, as I said, this is Nations game, I'm no boy, but of course, later I be Nations and home come on one casa where Juma Bebra, as I said, Medeama Team, what are they really looking for? Especially some more lining up in a very typical for free. Now, Chief, yes, starting and common say this is Medeama, what pass the ball right from the kickoff. Now, watch something very closely here. And we are discussing Medeama, the depth of the squad. So after say a pass the ball, all these players are highlights in main kind of say move or violence, you know, Medeama players, and they've moved into the half of nations. This is typically an attacking side. It was a plus almost the entire team and a movie the other nations have. You know. It's really depicting a team who person or try not putting the pressure on the opposition. Meaning it's a team no attacking so much. Yet you know who goes after match day 7. They are scoring lesser than the number of games in Omabono. That said, there are other areas like midfield where opposition teams need to be taking control. Sometimes out of the ball, we keep asking questions. Say, winning the ball back. In the final 10, we are also talking about a team who bet me parody almost all these guys on the half of nations at the time of the crab ball. So Medeama they are all your behind a fully built attacking side. Watch Medeama carefully. Now, put all these players in the final 10. 1, watch your 5 goals, lesser than the 7 games you've played. Now, lose the ball, we say, I keep saying it, say, chance I would be my opponent to be a one shot, say, Joe, opponent for the show. So, assuming, say, all these players in the final 10, now you lose the ball. What would be the shape of control? Without the ball back in your own defense. So, Medeama attack here, they attack with a lot of confidence. They really expand the defensive structure of opposition teams. they've always been making sure say pilot pressure now from the channels into the interior. They always make sure say in the box they have materials ball ne bar or metimi IABB ball no out wide but already planting about 3 strikers in the box. And everybody say no, even within that channel, they have about 6 players in this zone. 3 outside of the box and 3 inside. This is typically an attacking team. Now goes to Hefa. So question here, Busani say, every time we keep saying, oh, Ghana Premier League, teams will be ball home, or more try, say, or put all the pressure on the opposition. Yes, so this is TNA. Medeama really want to expand the nation's team, setting up the attack on one-on-one on the other side. But the key question we've been asking is, the more and more you attack these teams, the more and more I want to break, because at the end of the day, we are asking, pressure now mounting, where are the goals? They have players on one-on-one situations, so make me help. Very, very good players like Godfred Aban, maybe ball line up on. These guys are on the bench, and now watch something here. They are very, very intelligent in terms of set pieces. Now who have a corner no ball no. Medeama any attackers are more durable or brain. So trick be on the ball corner no. This is the ball receiver. Now we share area now Jana over counting nations players bear 4. It was that particular zone. So it's 4 against 1. Jet, he was the most fastest player to move out of the blocks. Said the bear between about corner no abon tentem. Our brand nations defend the beer who say or move out of the. But that's the intelligent part of our Medeama Team. Omunim say omuni attackers are more dominant, more durable aerially. The ball corners about set. So they had players in the blocks. Those players need to move it quickly. Meaning say apart from open play, now who prepare we say no. A bastard depth situations Medeama so try say obey bibi ba kum yenu bia e betimi again bibi. Now especially say a bast say oh call opposition also now put all players in the final third now goes still in draw. Then we are asking say what is the problem? How many teams and the best survive the Osha TVC? Medeama na attack you, but it feels like they defend it. They have more bodies behind the ball, more bodies in the opposition half. And Ebana say almost more than the spaces out of the blocks. And how many teams can survive this? And 2, how they've been attacking we are very, 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 very intelligent. This was a vertical pass into an area. It was 2 for 2 in this zone. Yet they moved out of the traps. And Medeama created that chance. So, in a nutshell, discussing Medeama Team, you always be talking about a team on your not someone who defend it. And we know them. Medeama have produced a lot of midfielders, quality, and it's become a key signature of their play. From the days of Coach Samabuadu, the midfielders, he make us will go through at the Ebeche. But Medeama without the ball, what has been the case? And nothing I can't say, oh, come so come so. Oh, come so. Now counter the 2 tiawa, then you have just 2 defenders pair, and all of them are behind the ball. So Ebani says, Joe, Yebusa, opponent we are the chance a man no. Well, to be honest, we agree. But opponent to be all the chance we man where are the other players? In the final third on the ball in possession, I've shown you the kind of players, how many bodies Medeama puts in the final third. But without the ball, watch that dangerous tackle on the edge of the box. So, Ubenya attack for fra on any day. Why are they always following the ball? Where is the shape? In the zone 14, who protects them? So, Ukrabon there, we see Medeama a lot of the time. But the who says, Medeama Ukrabona, yeah, no more. You see, this is the zone 14. Earlier, no who said short to free hawk on the other side of the goalpost. This time, it's against Bechem United. That zone belongs to the DM defensive midfielder. And he has to protect the back line as the main anchor. But without the ball, that hasn't been reflective in their games. And what is so apparent and clear, and they say, Medeama Krabona, who said but without the ball, they become very, very empty. Without the ball. So, Medeama, I am telling you, Kotoko air pilot points. The very goal stars air pilot points. And at the end of the day, so can have some edgy league in a Ghana league, first half of the league season, it play major role. First half of the season. So this is Medeama without the ball. Very, very shallow, very, very empty. Ebane say no na obusa say it was down to the goalkeeper Apia Kubi. So be save situation. Omo man can wa hefa. But on the ball we see you parading more blocks in the final third, putting pressure, smothering the spaces in the pockets. Yet without the ball, no. Obia ni hono obachire. Akanipa mi ensape and very big pocket and more allow and defense. So afena meshia Kotoko. Afena na mubeshia some of the big boys in our league no. And say appear could be a save situation, and of course it's part of it. And we know to save you know. But without the ball, what has been the shape of Medeama? Now, Osha how other teams in the A take advantage, you know, Maka me actually. So always, Medeama gives away a lot of chances, but because I'm conceding 3 goals in it. After 7 games, come with defense and one someone. Now, but look, these chances were not more gifting the baby. No, I am telling you, on the ball we see you, but without the ball, why has it always been one defender? No, near attack and near Akopa players now can on the ball we saw you in the final third. Without the ball, where is the shape? Where are the players? It is a keep on situation. Not just a no. Medeama. This attitude and yet attitude of a champion and yet be a person with the league, you know, it continue to give out these chances because opponents for on the Webpanish show. Now talking about Apia Kubi, watch this. The United shall go back. Now sometimes errors are individuals a committee. Sometimes teams need to me recover, but the teams need to me recover. Yeah, now team no punish. You know, the ball was kicked out of the zone. Watch it. Wrongfully kicked into the area, very sensitive. Now, after setting not try set or better cover, and then it was the same zone American was him, and it was an erroneous moment of technique from the young goalkeeper, and I feel sad. But you know, 1-on-1 net to Medeama, I'm consider huge chances out of it. So everybody is saying squad win Aqua Africa, 95% now goalkeepers and say Aqua Africa now defense no be our midfield scrap Prosper Boachiabe in the final third. Jonathan so Aqua and Hadjane Joshua Jamakwa and Hadjane because and Kumia Baba Kandia we say tell but I am telling you, you create a lot of chances yet score few and without the ball you become very empty. Basana M1 Medeama. On that note, you move it quickly in Swatre. In Swatre, one of Africa's rep for Ghana last summer out and performance and Drew Babiana man for Shishe. But on the domestic scene, performance are always a defining team you'll be a person or attack. You know, they were inclined into attacking sense of the game by Coach Maxwell Kunadu. Now, one phenomenon who we have from Basake Holy Stars, me catch Coach Ghazali, they say, what started game in Swatre? Right after kickoff, everybody echo opponent and half. So, Coach Ghazali, your poor game, I am speechless. We've done everything. I know one notice way. Right from kickoff against in Swatre, everybody no job. Now, 2 central defenders and they were also occupied by 2 players. It is a keeper no kicking ball, no keeper no ball to me and compare. Not just what consider go and look at the position of the goalkeeper. So, Coach Ghazali, Ujina touchline, did you see this? And now your point, why speechless? No, your team were trying to prove like champions, placing more bodies in the final third. And the Uja defenders 2 pay and that was the same sequence. I consider the chance in the free. So if keep on a ball, long ball, and a coin, and I'll be in Swatre for how to recover the ball back is now an issue. Now, impo place now call the final third and say, Joe, so come to me bar can't have me. But almost by the back open the back too. No, I just showed you a moment ago. So 2 central defenders and a right from kickoff. And a car, everybody you told them to go. Now keep on the ball, keep on the ball, but that's the central midfield. This is the zone of the action. Now, defenders now can where's the structure? And in Swatenya, this chance we said it was big moment for them in the game. Now, what we are saying is, so when you Swatenya partner, I mean very attacking. But the shape, my boys in the court top one, you wouldn't have done that if you really and indeed knew why in Swatre were parading. Very much expansive team. And all started right from kickoff. And Omar plays in Swatre will always punish you too. Who really advised you, Coach Ghazali, say, go with the high line of defense. Everybody in your defensive structure felt like you're a midfielder. So where's your structure? Everybody say now when you're striker, you're good or be manipulating line. And that was what really happened in the game. Everybody was cut offside. Now, boy, no, I'm farmer, you're offside. or the Masoro Nimuni, no, and sana later no more mistake my boy that could be Abdurrahman. So in Swatre and the coach Apreko show say it might not be the full replication of what coach Masokredu did. And sana mobile GFA Cup, but on one so name no coach Apreko stamping a signature and authority on this team. And they are playing with some level of flamboyancy in Swatre for Aniaji Omutimino. What is really left? I about be me friend area of concern. Two central defenders, find some level of cohesiveness and chemistry. Na omuntumi ya adwuma fama in Swatre in the final third there. Mani jomo shape no. Abdurrahman is the key striker flanked by Kwamina Meda and Steven Diu. And every time in Swatre Krabo, there are always certain things to expect. The width and centrality of their team is show power. Centrality means they have 3 players in the position of a number 9. Now, Okon China in China, so you also have these guys. Omu be opponents, a team, so in Finfino, in Swatre players, that adds up to a 5-man attack. It is almost bar, so almost bar like a full train. Now, Okona Kobo high line there. This is a coach Gazali, wouldn't move. But what I am telling you in Swatre here, they say, ma omunyu mani from defense because league season I hear bono. So one analyzing yama ye partner, and yet the art of scoring on Kwan and Dobe Kosro. Kekanon Kondia, my main found call a Hanaman train Swatre for day. You are 7th on the table. This is very critical. 10 points. Now you Kwan our 10 points. Nations were 10. Vision SOS were 10. Samates our 10. But why in Swatre any places 7th? Na Vision and Samates I want ahead of in Swatre no at the defensive balancer in Swatre Phony. They've scored 8 goals as the best attack alongside the Biani Gold Stars. Oh, a league guy started after match day 7. Now so Biani Gold Stars 18 or shadow or consider me and all the total in Swatra's 18 1 or consider 7 goals. Now 7 goals means or just 1 goal balance per a positive. Now I share 8 there, Kotoko I share 6, Jet or the second. Medeama share 5 or the third. Brekum Chelsea share 7 or the 4th. Samates share 6, Vision share 6. Omunyina ahead of Inswatra was 8 because defensively Kotoko consider 2, Medeama 3, Brekum Chelsea 3, Samates 4, Vision 4, but Inswatra 7 goals. And more going by the same tangent. After match day 34, we can say we consider 34 goals and no place our top 6 in po. Check the table of last season and that of last 2 seasons. So you are performing so well in the final test, scoring and creating some fun for your fans. But defensively, you are conceding a lot of goals. 7 games played, 7 goals scored, 7 games conceded. Now, 8 goals scored, 7 conceded. Share how a league in Econoa. And your attack, and a double costro. Balance that of your defense, and then we can be good to go. Ghana Premier League in match the 8th, and we cannot stop by giving you the best here. Now, a bunny saying one, yeah, now you could match the 8th. You will never be brave, expecting. Yet me fancy, but before say better us no, say Joe better one the other so a picky show no at the amount. Chief.
Okay, Newton Lartey Marijata. Yasomwaha na ye twaso de ama for Kessben Television, Kessben 93.3, Kessben 92.9 Accra. Zekov Mohammed say, in addition to what Newton Lartey was saying, I watched Mamelodi Sundowns league game yesterday, and the average age in Sundowns team was 32. And I said, wow, 32 years in Ghana, journalists and supporters will retire him by force. Big giants in African football build their teams with mature players. And our big clubs here in Ghana are recruiting Division 1 players. Ebeche Papa, Zekov Mohammed, and Ediwe Abreyen.